sorry for the slight delay. Also, thank you to the Olympic heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua for making his way up this morning to London. It's taken a while to get up. Of course, fresh off the back of our last press conference, the world champion Scott Quinn and Jamie McDonald defending their world title on Saturday, we have a young group of British fighters here on the table, which I'm very, very excited and proud to be a part of their journey. To my right, of course, the Olympic heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, 9-0 with 9 KOs, quickly become one of the most exciting young fighters in the world right now, taking him around the country and really causing a huge storm in the division and in boxing. To his right, a guy who has probably surpassed that in the amount of time, 14 fights, 10 KOs, 2 years as a professional just the other day. He now takes part in by far the biggest fight of his career, Callum Smith. And down the end, a young man who we're just delighted to recently welcome to the team, Bradley Saunders of Newcastle, who is here in droves and ready to put on a big statement on Saturday night. Firstly, over to Sky's Adam Smith to talk a little bit about these young men and also ahead of their fights on Saturday night.
Thanks, Eddie. I'm very, very excited about all of them. Obviously, especially Anthony Joshua, Olympic gold medalist, who's done everything right so far in his first professional year. Looks an absolute force in the ring and is charming out of it as well. So he seems to tick all the boxes, and we're very, very excited about Anthony. But the guy to my left, Michael Sprott, will be hoping to change all that on Saturday night. And you know, Michael's had a really, really good long career. And he shouldn't be counted off at any level, because he's proved time and time again by going over to Germany, spending a lot of time there, that he's experienced, he's seasoned, he can punch too, he's won a couple of prize fighters. So it'll be very interesting to see how Anthony deals with Michael on Saturday night. Really looking forward to that one, obviously at the heavyweight. Callum Smith, well, part of the Smith brothers, what a fantastic success story they've been for this wonderful city here in Liverpool. You know, Paul coming so close against Arthur Abraham recently. Stephen, I'm just waiting for him to get a world title shot, because I think there's so much talent there. Liam going great guns. And Callum, is he the best of the lot? Really, really excited to see the way Callum develops. He's a lovely guy and he's a terrific fighter. But he's got a very, very hard test against Nikola Sedlocka. Really hard. I've seen this guy on tape. You know, he's only got a couple of defeats on his record. Sakio Vika and Arthur Abraham. This guy is a very, very good fighter, and I think this is a real pick-em fight. So let's see if Callum comes through that, but if he does, I've got hopes that he'll go all the way. Bradley Saunders at the end, very excited about Bradley. I think the North East, passionate about sport. I know he sells tickets, he's a great guy, he's a very exciting fighter, so looking forward to taking the Sky Camels up to the North East in April. Really excited about that. I think to go alongside some Luke Campbell, who's developing with speed now, and also Callum, who I think is the sort of quiet one people aren't talking about. Thought he was absolutely tremendous the other night in Dublin. I think he got absolutely bang on over the 12 rounds, got that experience. I think he's a world champion in the future. So I think there's some really exciting talent in this stable, and looking forward to seeing them, or many of them, on the show on Saturday night.
Thank you, and to hear from some of the guys, Bradley, obviously adding to this bill at short notice, taking on a guy, Levan Likitas, who's actually got a better KO record than yourself, which is unusual, 12 KOs in 13 wins, and I know you're excited about performing in front of a packed Echo Arena on Saturday night.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm always ready. I found out 2 weeks ago about this, and out of camp, I was running 10 kilometres up a mountain, and got the phone call about the fight, and I was over the run. I can't thank you enough, Eddie, and obviously the Sky team for putting me on it. Looking forward to the Sky debut, really, isn't it? A big year next year.
Obviously the plan to box on Saturday and then to move forward with about early in the year and then headline your own show in Newcastle on April the 4th. So all go, but of course mustn't take you after ball on Saturday.
No, definitely. I mean, I treat every fight the same. You know, it's just like this time it's going to be on a bigger scale and more people watching. Training extremely hard. I couldn't do the same job. I won't change, you know, I mean, to win, look good doing so. And next year, this is just like it's just a warm up for next year, because I'm not having no Christmas now. We'll stick in, get the fight out hopefully in January, February again, and then we all coming up the North East. North East big win for Sky Sports, and big shows with the likes of the people who's on this top table, myself, and I I think it'll just take right off. I can't wait to bring big and box back to the North East.
Thanks, we can't either. Callum, and as Adam said, I think this is just a wonderful fight on Saturday night, and I take my hat off to Callum and also Joe Gallagher. I was in Atlantic City when Nikolai fought Sakio Bika. He gave him a rough time, he gave Arthur Abraham a rough time, he holds wins over a prime Goran Gibor. He beat Hadila Mohammadi, who's I think number 10 in the WBC, he's about to win the European title. But Callum Smith is someone we believe that is very, very special. If he's not, he probably won't win on Saturday night, but if he's as special as we believe he is, then we think he's going to put a great performance in front of 10,000 people, his home people, on Saturday night. Callum, I know it's quite excited about.
Yeah, very excited. You know, when I turn pro, you'll get excited about your turn pro to fight Jamie, you fight good competitive fights, and obviously exactly one of them. It's a tough fight for me, but the one that I definitely feel I'm ready for. One of the fight that I didn't feel that, so I do believe that better the opponent, bring out a better performance in yourself, and you can see that's happening.
And of course, a huge step up for you. I think it's fair to say this guy would have beaten your opposition quite comfortably as well, like you have. And you studied the fight with Bika and Abraham, and you know how tough this is on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was by far better than anyone I've watched previously, but as you said, I've beat everyone I've faced with ease, so I did need to step up, and I feel to step up that I feel I'm ready for. Saunders for me, it's a good fight for me, he's tall, he stands up right, but I believe everything brings that better, even better boxer on range, and on the inside weight's a lot better, so I do think it's a fight there to see the best.
Callum, of course, 14-0, current WBA number 8. I believe Nikolai, current WBA number 10. This is an official eliminator for the WBC title, and we hope to get the victory here and move forward to be in the final eliminator for the WBC title and challenge for that towards the end of 2015. Nikolai, and welcome to your team, Luca. And you know, we had a great experience, well, not great experience with you, with your other team member, Dejan Zlatikanin, who beat Ricky Burns recently. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about your expectations for Saturday night.
Evo, ja kažem samo, izuzetno dobro pripremljen za ovaj meč, da sam izuzetno dobro trenirao I da sam imao dobre sparring partnere.
I don't speak Serbian. Mike, I don't speak anything.
I don't speak Serbian, but we have talked about this before. He actually feels very well, his sparring has gone down well. He feels that Callum is an up-and-coming fighter, but he's also a proven boxer. So he's going to do his best, and he thinks his best will be good enough.
Thank you, Joe. It's very good considering that you don't speak Serbian. I'm keen to know this conversation that you had.
Ask Nick.
It's a three-way translation. Could you ask Luca as well, and to ask Nicola, Luca, what he's seen of Callum so far? Obviously, much inexperienced compared to himself.
He has seen a few videos of Callum, and they've changed the tactics a little bit, but he knows what he's in for. Yeah. But he has seen a few videos of Callum, and he doesn't think that the opposition was out to much.
Anthony, the big man, very active. Your 10th fight, moving into double figures now. Currently 9 fights, 9 KOs, moved into the top 15 in the WBC, top 15 in the WBA, and probably the other governing bodies are going to smell the money soon enough and put you in theirs as well. We know Michael Sprott obviously is a tough test, people overlooking him, but certainly you're not.
No, it's never good to overlook anyone really. I think that's a dangerous thing, especially in boxing, especially at heavyweight as well. I've watched a few of Michael Sprott's videos. Not only the reason that I'm going to be competing on Saturday, but just as someone who's experienced, who's from Britain, and he was a heavyweight contender as well.
Yes.
He's mixed at a high level with really good opponents, like some through level for Klitschko the other night. He was very competitive, but just shows how dominant Klitschko is. Sprott's been sparring with the Klitschkos as well, like myself. So we're both coming off good experience sparring and fighting. I'm sure he's training hard because that's his nature, and that's my nature as well. I've been so busy, so I'm training. I'm not going to say I've had the greatest camp or the worst camp. It's just been ticking over like usual because I haven't left the gym. And Saturday, I'm feeling confident because I think being active has kept me not only getting little rounds under my belt, but the experience of dealing with like the pressure of the crowd and being under the spotlights and fight with no head guards and stuff. So I'm feeling pretty relaxed and confident on Saturday.
Obviously now you're gathering attention, and the likes of Fury and Chambers, Chisora and Price, names that have been mentioned. I know they're definitely on a target for 2015. How difficult is it to remain humble when you want to deal with these guys now, but we obviously have to take the right procedure and the right road?
Like Chambers, since he fought the other week on Channel 5, he's gone a bit silent because his performance didn't live up to what he spoke about. Tyson, he should concentrate on what he's doing November 29th. Price should concentrate on December 6th or 15th, whenever he's fighting. And the rest of them will see me shortly. But as for me, one step at a time, it's my 10th fight. I'm building up the ranks, and they're not just concentrate on trying to get titles so they can have something to defend or something to lose by the time Mike comes back at their heels.
And Michael, obviously not overlooking you, we know we've dealt with you on numerous occasions. Obviously been in some great fights in the division, won prize fights a couple of times as well. You've had a lot of notice about this fight. We've talked about it for a while, and I know speaking to people you've been sparring with as well, you've had a great camp.
Yeah, I've had a great camp. Like Joshua, I've trained out for this fight. I'm not taking it lightly. I know I'm in for a tough fight. He's young, he's hungry, and he's looking good. And, he's doing the right thing. What he does, doing the right thing, taking the next step by step, and not going too deep in the defense. But yeah, I've got a lot of respect for Andy Joshua, and I've run the night. I'd like to do my best to try to cause an upset, but it'd be a tough challenge.
Obviously, the size is something that a lot of his opponents have found difficulty with in the past. You've always been decent dealing with bigger men. You're going to use that experience on Saturday night and obviously experience is key for you going in this fight.
Yeah, definitely. I've boxed with a lot of big men. I always do better with big men than I do men my size. So it's a great opportunity for me, and I look forward to Saturday.
Thank you. Well guys, this wraps up the press conferences for today. Again, a huge card on Saturday at the Echo Arena. Of course, the mouth-watering Bellew versus Bellew 2. James DeGale, George Groves, you'll see them tomorrow. Anthony Joshua in action against Michael Sprott. Callum Smith in a world title eliminator against Nikolai. Bradley Saunders on the end, and of course the two world titleists who we saw earlier today, Jamie McDonald and Scott Quick. We'll be at the ACC tomorrow for the final press conferences with Nathan Cleverley and Tony Bellew. Don't miss that one. And of course the weigh-in at St George's Hall at 1 o'clock. We're going to do one-on-ones now with Callum and Nikolai and Michael and Anthony, and then the guys are going to be available for interviews. Thank you for coming. We'll see you soon.
Callum, straight to the front. Eddie, sorry.
Yeah.
Guys, straight to me. Callum, straight here in the middle, please. Callum, straight here, please. And now look at each other face to face.
Please.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you very much.
Just drop it a bit, Mike. That's it. And closing touch now. That's it. Perfect. Straight to me, guys. Josh, straight to me.
Straight here, Anthony. Michael, straight here, please.
Now each other, fellas.
Face to face, please.
Exactly, that's what I meant.
Okay, thank you guys.
Ed, do you want to get in?